Good afternoon guys, welcome back to the channel. Chris Dennis here, putting specialist and short game performance coach. Today we're doing a little bit of a how-to video, so how to play from a relatively deep bunker shot. So when we need some loft, when we need it to pop up nice and high, get over the ledge and get to the hole or to the flag that we're trying to play to. So I want to go through a few things here that I hear from people, you know, a few facts and myths of what people get. Some are right, some are wrong, and what's going to help you be better at getting these shots out. So first of all, when it comes to down the line, one of the biggest things I see is people get very far away. They try and get very low, because that was a way that some people was playing these shots, especially on tour. You know, Seve, you'll have seen him with a 3-iron in a bunker. Seve was probably the best short game player we've seen, but for your average golfer, how consistent is that going to be? And the honesty of it is it's not going to be consistent. From here, it gets very shallow. People then don't know where they're entering the sand. They might enter, you know, a foot behind, and then they have a really long divot. And there you have no control on how that ball's going to come out. A lot of the times it just gets out or trickles back into the hole, into the bunker. So here, I don't want to go too wide. Again, probably just a little bit wider than your full swing, so maybe half a foot wider, so just move that right foot out a little bit. And then a big thing then is thinking, right, are we opening this club face or are we keeping it square? Here I've gone 60 degree, so we want to use the most loft in your bag, and then we want to add even more loft. So I'm going to open that club face and then take my grip. So people from there think, okay, well, the face is open, it's now going to start sending the ball to the right. And to a degree it will slightly, so we are going to slightly shuffle our feet around to make sure that that ball's starting on the intended line we want. So face has been opened, then I take my grip. Okay, I take my grip after I've opened it. I don't adjust my hands once it's on there, and that's one big thing I see from amateurs. Instead of having the face open to start with and then taking your grip, they take the normal grip and then they open it, and then from there we see a lot of trouble. We don't have a lot of face control, it starts to dig in, we get the ones that come up short, then we have the one that goes straight onto the road over the other side of this hole. So nice and open, we've opened our stance slightly, and then the key from here is we need to have a lot of speed. So we're not trying to be tentative, we're going to make a big motion, but with that club face open, the ball's going to travel more up than it is forward. So we need to be positive. I don't want to see that people where they slow down into the ball and it digs in. We want to keep that speed, make a good motion. And there for me, came out a little bit long. I'd adjusted too much left and it's got a little bit long of where I wanted. Swing was a little bit too long, but I can take some good feedback. A good divot, the ball popped up nice and easy for me, and it got out. And then one of the biggest things that I see from amateurs is that they don't know why they might have played a shot, and they're too obsessed with getting it very close as opposed to just getting that out. So instead of trying to be so cute or trying to be so aggressive, anywhere on the green's good. From this distance, I'm going to say this is 15 yards. Your tour average is going to be probably closer to 6 to 8 feet than it is to 2 feet from your average bunker shot. So for you, 20 feet, even if it's just on the green, if it's inside that, perfect. But let's be positive, let's put plenty of loft on, and when you get a chance to practice, okay, I can open this foot so it helps me rotate, and we can be consistent with how aggressive we play these shots. So from face on, one big thing I always see as well for people trying to get the ball in the air is they shuffle that ball way forwards in the stance, get the handle back, and now from here people are catching the ground here, and this is the one that we send like a missile across. So it can be just in front of centre, so if you are practicing, you do have a practice bunker, you can draw that line in the sand. I've opened this left foot, which helps me open my body so it's easier to turn through. So if we get our feet square, very much I see people in that kind of motion. It's all hands and wrists, and it's very lucky dip if it comes out. So we're open, weights on the left, so I'm trying to get my sternum ahead of the ball, which is the main thing, not angled back. as that's when we then catch the ground before. So sternum is ahead, stance is just wider than my full swing. I've opened that club face and we do a shorter motion now. And that one now has pitched at the flag, spun up, it's actually coming back down, but that is not spin, that is a slope. So that one's gone to probably 5 feet, which is inside tour average, so I'll be more than happy. I'll be more than happy getting that ball out and onto the green. So making sure we've got those boxes ticked at setup. So from down the line, as we said, we're opening and then taking our grip. We're going to open slightly our stance, and we're going to make sure that it doesn't get too wide. I'm not too wide and too far away. I'm going to be a normal distance away from the ball as if you was pitching a shot in. It's a little bit wider. And then from face on, we're making sure that this left foot is turned out. My weight's left and my sternum's ahead of the ball. And then from there, we want to make sure that ball position is just in front of centre. So very much like if you're playing a pitch shot or a normal iron shot. And then the key for us is to keep that speed through the shot and finish here on your left side. We're not wanting to see people going backwards and scooping the ball out. So I'm going to continue with the theme of these videos of how to play different shots. So comment below, what kind of shots do you want to see? A flop shot over a bunker? Do you want to see, you know, one off a tight lie, a downhill lie? Even from your fuller shots, from your pitch shots, do we want to see different lies, uphill, downhill, and go through how to play them to help you improve your short game around the green and start to get you a bit more confident that if you do miss the green, which unfortunately we're all going to do, you can be positive and you can play different shots when and where needed. So guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully that's helped you out, and I'll see you again later on in the week.